Hello, geometry class. I know that you have your test coming up tomorrow. Yay! I want to take a couple minutes to go over this quiz, but I don't want to take up a lot of time for you. It has come to my attention that some of you are cutting out of the videos way too early. You need to make sure you're watching the complete thing. I've got a lot of good information there. That would be the best way for you to study for your test, especially going back over the quiz reviews and making sure to stick it out through the entire thing, taking notes, and all those things. I did send everyone a link to the playlist that's got all of the geometry videos for Chapter 8. So please make sure that you're doing that, studying diligently. Complete your test tomorrow, which will be released in the morning, and the answer sheet will be being available really all day tomorrow, all the way from the first thing in the morning and 9 at night. I don't want anybody letting that ooze into the following day. So that being said, let's just take a couple minutes, go over a few questions. I'm doing questions that are like the questions in your quiz, except the numbers have been changed, but the pictures are pretty much identical. So for this one would be for how to do number 5. So if we need to find AF here, the arc AF, you need to find some other things. Since G is the center, what we can do then is we can know that this is 180 degrees. So if we could find how big arc FE is and how big arc AB is, we could very easily find arc AF. We have this 28 degrees, and we know that since it's an inscribed angle, it is half of the intercepted arc, so you'd need to take 28 times 2, which gives you 56. So this one will be 56 degrees. You need to take 35 times 2, and that's going to give you 70 degrees. Find this one, you've got a half circle or a semicircle, which adds up to 180, so you would need to take your 70 and add it to your 35. I mean 56, sorry, 56. What's in red here? 56. And when we add those up, we get 126. But then in order to find this AF, you'd need to take 180 and subtract your 126. Because once again, your semicircle does have to add up to 180. So in this particular case with these numbers, we get 54 degrees. Of course, your numbers will change depending on what the numbers are. Your actual quiz had different numbers in there, but this is the process for that. Moving along, we can look at questions numbers 6 through 10. I did check and see the most frequently missed things on your quiz to give you kind of a good overview. But once again, the quiz review had an awful lot of these things or similar things in them. This is just one more chance to hear it explained again. So we have these few things that are given to us. If you're trying to find z, x, y, once again, that's half of the intercepted arc. So zxy would be 110 divided by 2, which would give you 55. So 55 degrees right here. ZRS, let's identify ZRS. So that angle, ZRS, right here. Okay, so this is the one we're looking for. Now we have an intercepted arc here that goes all the way across here. So that intercepted arc would be 110 plus 60, which would give you 170. So if this intercepted arc is 170 and this is half of the intercepted arc, you're really taking 170 divided by 2. And that will give you 85. 85 degrees. Okay, so you've got this one now 85 degrees in here. Okay, well, I want to leave enough room for something else in a little bit. So 85 degrees would be that arc. SVY, we want to identify that so that you know what you're looking for. SVY. All right, well, you've got an angle here, you've got an angle or an arc here, you've got an arc here. You need to add those two and divide by 2. So that's 100 divided by 2, which gives you 50. So you've got 50 degrees right here in this corner. SVY is 50 degrees. Then RZA. Now this one's kind of the trickiest one because you have to think through quite a number of elements for this, but let's think about what makes sense here, okay? RZA, this doesn't extend far enough, so you can't do intercepted arc. However, we do have a triangle, okay? We have a triangle that has endpoints of R and Z and A. And it's pretty easy to find some of these other angles. So first of all, if we want this angle R right here, half of this intercepted arc, which would give you 55 degrees. We have angle RAZ, which if we take a look at it, RAZ, well, that's going to be the rest of the 180 for this right here. Let me grab another color. Because 70 plus 110 gives you 180. So because this is a central angle, this one's 70. And we're looking for angle RZA. So when you have a triangle, don't forget that in a triangle, you can add up the 3 angles and they have to give you 180. So you've got 55 plus 70, 125. So 180 minus 125, which would give you 55 again. So we have those. This one's 55 in this case, but the process of finding it like that. Okay, XVS. XVS. Well, now that you have this one as being 50, XVS is actually kind of simple because all you have to do is take 180 minus 50. And that would give you 130. All right, last one. We're finding KMJ. This one was another one that was a bit challenging because you have to find some of the other missing pieces. Well, I can't find KMJ directly, and even finding the angles of the triangle is going to be a little bit annoying, but what I can find is I can find this angle pretty easily because I could know this arc. This arc is 2 times 30 because you've got the intercepted arc and the inscribed angle. In order to find this angle right here, you would have to add 136 plus 60 and divide that number by 2. So 196 divided by 2 would be 98. just for those that need to see that. So 98 degrees will be right here. And once again, we have a linear pair, KMJ. You would have to take 180 minus 98. That'll give us 2 and 8. So 82 degrees would be your final answer on a problem such as this. This one is very similar to question number 13, just for your reference so that you know what that was. I did release those grades, so I'll find out how you liked your quiz grades. And I really hope that you're doing well, and don't forget to do your part every day in all of your classes, making sure that you're taking advantage of all the resources that your teachers, me, everyone is giving you to help you to learn through these times. I hope everyone's well and healthy. If you are having difficulties, please, please, please don't hesitate to contact me directly so that we can work things out. Because remember, we're all working together to get through these things. Even though I can't see you face to face and look in your eyes, I really want to. I want to be able to help. All right? Okay, so I hope you all have a very blessed day, and I'm praying for you guys to do great on your test tomorrow.